There was a time when I was young and not so smart, when I didn't want to tour much. I had my home pitch in my hometown and I told myself that I was happy with that. The truth is, of course, I was scared. Scared of the unknown, scared of getting out of my comfort zone. But that was a very, very long time ago, and these days I have miles on my clock. So, this past weekend was my last gig of the summer, so I thought I'd show you what it looked like and maybe talk a little bit about how this year has been different. I started at home and ended up about 1,000 kilometers away in Landshut, Germany. For me, it was a long, complicated travel day, but for you, there's just this delightfully shot montage. Now, I've performed here a few times before and always had a really good time, so I was really happy to be back, even if it did rain basically the entire time. It's a strange feeling when you're going on tour, going to places once every few years. The places feel the same, but you're very aware of the ways that you've changed. This job can be a long series of lessons in the temporary. If you're lucky, what you learn from those lessons is to try to be in the now. For one weekend, a bunch of us have gathered here from around the world. Friends, people I love very much, but who I see maybe once a year if I'm lucky. And then, after a crazy, sweaty, rainy weekend of shows, we say goodbye on the Monday morning, not knowing when we'll cross paths again. And that can feel hard sometimes. And in the past, I think I've undercommitted to those friendships because I couldn't be sure of their future. These days, though, I try to be better with that stuff. Like I said, the place is the same, but I've changed. One of the other ways that I've changed is that this is the first full summer season I've had since my autism diagnosis. Yes, I'm talking about autism again, sorry. I'm more in touch with the times when I feel burned out or suffering from sensory overstimulation, and better at knowing what to do when that happens. But at the same time, because I'm learning to recognize those things, it feels like they're happening more. It's a step in the right direction. It just sometimes feels like 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of a deal. Talking of burnout, the touring has left me feeling pretty frazzled, and as you can probably hear from my voice, I have immediately got a cold. But I kind of think that if you don't reach the end of your summer season feeling like you're running on fumes, then you haven't been doing it right? And I love it, of course I do. It's always a hell of an adventure, full of ups and downs. I mean, if it didn't have ups and downs, then it wouldn't be an adventure, it would be a holiday. The last few months have been Canada, the USA, Sweden, Germany, Antigua, Italy, a bunch of big theatre shows around the UK, and of course, dozens of my beloved cabaret and burlesque club spots. I'm a very lucky boy, and I don't ever forget it. I struggle when I make one of these videos. I get worried that I'm coming off as braggy. Ooh, look at me, travelling around the world and having lots of people clapping for me. And, you know, on a good day, that is true. But it's not the whole story. Of course it isn't. This last festival of the summer is in the past now, so it's time to start planning the next 12 months. And honestly, the next 12 months might be one of the most interesting, fun, and absolutely terrifying years of my life. All for reasons that I can't quite tell you yet. Soon, though. But there I go again, thinking about last weekend and next year and not being quite fully in the moment. So maybe it's time to keep working on that. Anyway, I hope you're doing okay. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe, give it a share. That kind of thing is a huge help to small independent artists like me. And thanks, as always, to everybody over on my Patreon that helps support me. These videos take a lot of time and equipment and money to make, so my backers on Patreon make that so much easier. If you want to join them, there's a link under the video, but no pressure. Thanks for watching. See you next time.